there, everyone. Welcome. So this class is going to be a gentle yoga class. So for all levels, still perhaps requiring some modifications. But to those of you that come to my gentle yoga class on Tuesday night, you'll be familiar with this lovely class. So please find comfortable cross-legged position. And perhaps you might want to bring nearby a pillow or a block. Sometimes we can support our hips just to give us a little bit of a lift in certain places. So I welcome you. My name is Tracy, and we'll get started. So let's just bring our hands together, and we'll just quietly bow down our heads. Sit nice and tall, pull the tummy in, drop the shoulders down and back, and feel your palms pushing on each other ever so gently and softly. Maybe close your eyes or just look down onto the floor in front of you. Just feeling as peaceful and gentle and soft as you can at the start of the class. And we'll try to notice our breath going in and out of our mouth or nose, whichever you're comfortable with this today. If you're feeling a little stuffy, it's okay to use your mouth if necessary. But at all possible, try to use your nose. Make those breaths a little bit longer. Perhaps you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale a little longer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just do that breath pattern once or twice more. So maybe you'd like to use Ujjayi breath to your class. So that's a little constriction at the back of your throat. So you really hear your exhale grounds you, brings you towards yourself a little bit more inward than outward, which we look for on our yoga mats when we practice. So just feeling your sits bones on the ground here. Again, nice and tall, shoulders back and down. And just put your right hand onto the floor beside your hip. And then just bring your left one up over your head. We're just going to reach over towards the side where your hand is down. So for me, it's the right. So here, choices for eyes. You can look down towards your right hand that's on the floor. You can look forward where you were looking when you were starting out your class in a cross-legged shape, or you could even look up. So just breathing here a couple times, feel right into the side body there. Get the ribs away from the hip bones. And then we're going to do this on the other side. So put your left hand down and just bring your right arm straight up. And then just lean over to the left. So choose your eye gaze wherever your neck is comfortable. And then just reaching up first and then over. Really long right side body here. And then we'll come all the way back up, putting both hands on the mat beside you. And just lower your chin down towards your chest. Have a big breath out of release. And then lift your head back up. Little twist here. So just put your left hand on your right knee, nice and gentle, and put your right hand behind you. Just to make your spine nice and tall, you can just be on the top of your fingertips, and then just look over your right shoulder, and then breathe here. Good. Let's exhale ourselves around, and we'll try this on the other side. So sit up nice and tall, put your right hand on your left knee, left arm goes behind you, and then look over your left shoulder. just down onto the floor. Nice soft gaze. Good, and then we'll exhale ourselves around to the center again. Just looking at your drishti onto the floor, the soft spot you'd like to have your eyes rest on. And just bring your hands to your heart center again. Have a couple of breaths here again. Just notice how your body feels now, just after those couple of simple movements. And then we're going to take both hands and just reach out onto the floor in front of you. You can keep your eye gaze up. Relax your hands onto the floor if possible. And then if you're feeling okay with it, you can tip your chin into your chest. So just going into the forward fold that feels nice for you here. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Good. So now we're going to just bring the right leg, both legs. We'll give them a little shake to give the knees a rest. And then send the right leg off to the side and pull the left one in. So sitting up tall again, shoulders back and down. Just take your chest and just face it towards your right foot. And then we're going to just crawl our arms towards our ankle. So again, you can possibly lower your hands to relax a little bit more. And then if you choose, you can send your chin to your chest again and look at your knee instead of your toe. Big breaths out here. Going to change it a little bit, so just come up about halfway and put your right arm inside your right leg. And this time we're going to take the left arm over to the right again. Again, a choice for your eye gaze. It can be down at your leg, sort of out onto the carpet in front of you, or you can look up to your top arm. And then reach up and then over. Breathing here. Nice space between the left side, between the hips and the ribs, almost feeling a stretch in your skin, getting taller. Good. And we'll come all the way up from this, and then we'll switch sides. So in the side transition, we can give our legs a little bit of up and down, shake them out a little. And then send the left leg out to the side wherever you're comfortable with doing that, and pull the right leg in, sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. So nice and tall, we'll just send our chest over towards our left leg. You're just going to crawl your fingers down towards your ankle. So bowing over your left leg, chest down, leaning over first here. And then maybe you relax your hands, softening into it a little more, and perhaps you lower your eye gaze. Away from your toes, more to your knee or your leg, even the mat beside your leg. Getting ready to come up just halfway, so we can tuck our left arm inside our left leg. And the palm is up here. We're just going to reach our right arm up and over, reaching way over, and then finding a comfortable eye gaze and breathing here. All the way up again. We'll send our legs out long. Great. So we're going to send ourselves, bring our bodies around to down dog, table. shape. So your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And your tummy's pulled in, so it's not really sagging down at all. It's just kind of supporting your back. So eyes are between the hands here. And you're just keeping your feet in the back nice and relaxed. So we'll do a bit of cat-cow flow to get moving. So just breathing into your cat shape, maybe pulling the tummy in a little more and releasing the neck. And then let go into your cow shape, where tummy goes down and your eye gaze goes up and out in front of your mat. And then one breath, one movement. So inhale or exhale on the cat. And do the opposite breath on the cow. At your own pace, we'll do this 3 more rounds. A little change now. We've finished our 3 rounds. When you go into cat, I'm just going to sit back about halfway to get a bit of a lower back stretch here. Your eyes are looking between your knees, tummy's pulled in, and you have a bit of a C shape in your spine, cat shape. So then come forward, we'll continue the flow. So cow, tummy goes down, but this time shoulders are going in front of the fingertips. So you'll feel quite a nice tummy stretch here, and your eyes still look out front. So we're going to go back and forth with this again 3 times. So arch up into your cat, sit back slightly, it's just halfway. And then come on forward, tummy down. And shift yourself forward just a little bit. Good, 2 more like this. Finding your neutral table right in the middle where we began, where eyes are between the hands, feet are relaxed. Just take a quick visit to child's pose. So send your knees to the edge of the mat. Your toes may touch behind you, and then just reach your arms forward. If you'd like a tricep stretch, you can place your hands back in the namaste shape where their palms are touching. You can actually tuck your hands in behind your neck. Good. So release your hands if you tuck them behind, and just come on out of your child's pose here. And have a quick visit to down dog just for a little bit of a bigger stretch at this place, but it is a gentle class, so the down dogs are few and far between. Okay, so down dog, we'll put our hands shoulder distance apart and our feet shoulder distance apart as well. It's going to lift our knees, keep them bent, and then send your chest towards your thighs. Your head is relaxed between your arms, and then you're just going to gently take a little bit less knee bend, but there can always be a little bit of a bend there, so they're not locked out. Your tummy's pulled in, you have a nice feeling of stretch in your shoulders, and you're in an inverted V, so you're upside down with the core part of your body, so quite energizing and relaxing at the same time. So just breathe here, nice exhales in down dog, really feel good. You can pedal your feet where you bend one knee, straighten the other. So just do whatever feels good in your practice here. Depending on the time of day you're participating in this class, you might feel quite different in the morning and might want to move around a bit more. Later in the day, you might want to just find the stillness. Good. So we'll lower our knees, coming back to table shape. So eyes are once again between the hands. A nice side body stretch again. You're gonna send the right leg straight out back and have the toe touch the floor. So just try to have it stay on your mat. I had to move a little. So when you straighten that leg and push the toe on the floor, you're not slipping. And then eyes between the hands. I'm going to take this right foot, and you're just going to put it off the left side of your mat. So it's going behind you, and then you're going to look down your body on the left side and look at the inside of your right ankle. Nice side body stretch on the right. A nice space right through here. Good. And then send your legs straight back and just put it beside the left one. So just ground yourself again, getting ready for the other side. The left leg will go straight back. So just getting ready to move again. The left leg goes off the right side of the mat. I'm just going to look right down to the inside of your left foot. Breathing into the left side body as much as you can, so it feels really nice here. Notice you're not pushing into your wrists too much. Use your fingers also. Good. We'll send our left leg straight back and put it beside the right knee. Let's do a couple of cat-cow flows again. So arching up into your cat, and then we'll gently release into our cow. One more inhale or exhale on the cat. And then let's release our tummy down, eyes go up, hips go up a little, and then we'll come back to our table shape. So here we're just going to sit back onto our ankles if that's available for you, and just circle out your wrists from the table shape. If you're not quite comfortable here, you could just stay up on your knees a little bit higher instead. Good. So just relax your hands to beside your body. Just pull in your tummy here, shoulders back and down. Just going to take our eyes, instead of from the floor, just going to take them towards the ceiling. So just opening the space in front of your neck, your throat. And then just bring your eyes back down. So changing it a little bit for support, just putting your hands just behind your back. Have the elbows sort of tuck in behind as much as you can, so your chest really goes forward here. You're grounded into your knees and the tops of your feet. And then you're going to look at the ceiling again. So this time maybe adding a little more of a back bend. So this means if you're looking at the ceiling, maybe you can look a little bit more over your head. So this is called camel pose, really opening our heart center here. Good. So we're going to release that into child's pose again, but this child's pose, your knees are together and your hands will go beside your feet with the palms up, forehead on the floor. Just let your arms roll towards the ground, so don't fight gravity here, let it just take you. Inhale yourself up to a table shape once again, and we'll just find some space in our hips now. So just bringing your left foot forward, going to go into a nice lunge. So just make sure your knees over your ankle, and then you send that back leg back as far as you can go to get yourself into a low lunge here. So hands are on either side of your foot at the moment. Maybe you're on your fingers, or you can have nice long arms and they're flat. Just don't squish too much of your chest to your thigh. That's not comfortable. So for me, I have to go a little bit higher. And then I'm just going to look out onto the floor in front of me to not roll forward too often. So just finding some space in the body here. You can stay right here, or we're just going to do a little flow with our back long leg. So the right knee will just come up off the floor. The fingers are staying down, and then you'll exhale it back to the floor. So just activate the right leg, inhaling it out. And then let it go. Inhale this leg out. And then let it go. Good. So untuck the back toe once again. And just bring your hands to your thigh for a little bit bigger stretch. Shoulders back and down, tummy in a little. Gentle twist here. Just use your hands, put it on the outside of your right leg. Nice and simple. We'll just look over once again, our left side towards the back of the mat or the side of your mat somewhere. Maybe you can even see your right toe. Long spine before we turn though. Another breath here, and then we'll exhale on the next, or release on the next exhale and come around to the front. So we'll just heel toe this foot around to meet our right one. Just feel the difference here, returning to table. And then we'll guide the right foot between our hands. Send the left leg out and down a little bit. This is knee over ankle. Fingers comfortably beside your right foot. And then have a look out. So nice long body here. Breathing and feeling all the time, enjoying your practice, settling in, soaking it in, staying here, or we'll flow. So tuck the left foot and just lift the knee off the ground, and then let it go. Lift up, and then release. Lifting up again. And then release it down. So untuck your toe and just float your hands up towards your right knee. Shoulders back and down. Chest goes nice and forward. Settle into the nice deep lunge here. Feeling nice and grounded, low to the floor. Preparing to twist means we need to make a long spine, so tall body. And then just gently put your hands on the outside of your right leg. Just look over your shoulder on the right, towards the floor. Just being gentle with your eyes. So we'll be coming out of this, bringing our right leg around to meet our left one. Finding ourselves in table shape again. So let's take a cat and a cow here. And we're going to enjoy a downward dog, just to wiggle our hips a little bit from their first lunge. So you can pedal your feet so your hips actually move, or you can just hold your down dog, really pushing yourself towards your thighs, with your chest, strong arms, breath. Now the feet are going to walk up towards the hands near the front of the mat. Going to go into forward fold here. So let's just let our head sort of dangle down. Your eye gaze is at your knees or beyond. And keep your fingers on the floor if you feel more balanced doing this. Or you can hold your elbows. So in ragdoll here, you have the opportunity just to sway the upper body over one leg and then the other. Just before we release, just relax your head, maybe a yes and a no to make sure. Not holding anywhere. You can have your knees bent as much as you want. I'm resting right on my thighs for more support. Good. And then we'll just gently roll ourselves up. You can dangle your hands in front of your legs. We're going to find mountain pose now. So shoulders back and down, looking a soft gaze in front of you, tummy's in. So just feeling a little bit of afterglow from the hips stretches we just did. And then really noticing your feet. Root into your feet, they're hip distance apart. Ears are over shoulders, and they're down and back. So we're just going to do a little side stretching as we did when we were seated. So you can stay where you're at the front of the mat, or you can face me. Just going to send your right arm down your right leg and bring your left arm up and over. So just taking a side bend here, more side lengthening. So just be careful not to sort of reach forward. It's definitely up towards the ceiling and then over towards the wall. We'll switch to the other side. So just bringing your left arm down and your right arm up and over, reaching up, and then exhale yourself to somewhere where you're comfortable. Again, down with the eyes, forward or up. And then we'll come all the way up to mountain pose once again. Send your shoulders back and down. Might want to send your feet a little bit farther apart, not much more, just a little. Going to bring our hands together with the index finger pointing up. And you're going to send those hands up over your head, dropping your shoulders. You lean to the right side again. Eyes, choose your place to gaze. And then just lean as far as you comfortably can. Then we're going to let the right arm go and put it where it was the last round. So place it on your leg. Just see how now when only one arm's up, you can just fall a little farther. Good. So we'll have our right arm join our left. Fingers, index fingers to the ceiling. And then we're going to lean to the left. And let the left arm just flow down to your left leg. And just go that little extra. Good. Come on up. So just give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. And we'll just come back to the top of the mat. We're going to use our mat the long way now. Shoulders back and down. Little breath in with the arms here. Just inhale your arms just to get your breath a little bit longer. Inhale all the way until they touch, and then exhale, let them go down. So we'll add a forward fold to this. So inhale your arms all the way up. And then on the breath out, you're going to bend your knees and just float all the way down to the forward fold again and touch the floor if possible. Just have the fingers near the floor and then they'll go onto your shins. Remember, knees are bent a little bit. Push into your shins and eye gaze straight down to the floor for a half lift or a flat back. Tummy's in here and shoulders are down and back like you were standing. Exhale yourself over your legs. And then we'll inhale our arms all the way up and overhead again, so the breath is really long. And then exhale all the way out. Half lift here. Fingers back to the floor. Push into your feet, reach up and overhead. Exhale all the way down. Half lift. Lower down. Inhale up and overhead. Exhale all the way down. Half lift. Lower down. We'll be doing this One more round. Exhale. Half lift. Release. Up and overhead. This time hands will come together. I'm going to release your hands to your heart. Shoulders back, tummy's in. Maybe close your eyes so you can really feel the energy, the opening, the prana, the life force. Heart beating with your thumbs. Good. So just standing in mountain pose. Inhale your arms up and over. To exhale all the way down, touch the floor, and just step back into down dog here. Pedal your feet a little bit. Move your head, shake it yes and no. Move those feet up and down, the heels up and down. And then bring your knees to the floor. Cat-cow, take a cat. Stretch. And take a cow. Stretch. Neutral table shape. Just going to have a seat now. So sitting onto the floor where we started with our legs crossed. Except this time we're going to be bringing our legs open. So this is the place where if you have a block or a pillow, you could lift your hips up off the floor just to get a little bit of height. So you decide, take your time doing so, while we all just get as comfortable as possible in this little stretch. Wide-legged seated, and then it will be a forward fold. So we'll do our forward fold here. Just going to crawl your fingers forward, just looking out onto the floor in front of you. And then when you found your sweet spot, you're just going to place your hands so they can relax. You can keep looking at your hands so your face, throat, and chest are open. Or you can just let your head relax a little bit more so chin goes down towards the chest. Nice big breaths out here. Going to add a little bit of movement to this. We are going to walk our hands over to our right leg. Put the right hand on the outside of the leg and the left hand on the inside. Just look at your toe. Then we'll take our little journey over to our left foot. Just keep your face up for this one. Really be aware of hopefully a nice stretch on the right lower back side. Visiting the right leg again. I'm going to change it this time, so get comfortable. You've been here before. So you can stay in this one, of course. Or we're going to just change it a little bit twice. So right arm inside, palm is up. Left arm goes up and overhead, and then over. So the palm is down and the fingers are going towards the wall. Just coming up halfway. You can stay in this one, or you're going to change it so your palm is down on the right hand inside your left thigh. And then just lean over once again. See if that's changed it at all. Really push into your right hand. It'll give you a nice bit of support. Let's come on up. Just adjust your posture, getting ready to go the other way. So first, hands are on either side, just getting reacquainted. And then the left arm inside the left shin, palm up. And then bring the right arm up and over leaning towards the left. Good. Just coming up a little bit. If you decide you'd like to make the switch, so left hand on the inside of your right leg, just leaning over once again. Push into the left hand. Try to get your chest open. So you're, again, not falling forward. This is side stretching. That's what we're looking for here. It's sometimes a little bit tricky. So bring yourself up and out of this shape. Adjust your shoulders back and down. We're going to crawl our fingers forward again. So just relaxing your hands onto the ground. You can keep looking up if you choose, or just look down a little bit more. Walking yourself all the way back up, shoulders back and down. Just bring your knees, legs together, knees together, just up and down. Do a little bit of what's called windshield wipering. So kind of gives the hips a nice bit of movement, but you can also massage your glutes here. Just sort of rolling around on your glute muscles to give them some care. We'll come back up. I'm going to go into a deer pose. So the left leg is going to go down beside you. You can face the other way on your mat. Of course, I'm just facing the camera, but your right leg across the short edge of the mat, and the left leg would be down the side of your mat. Okay, so I just have a different way of looking at it right now. Shoulders back and down. First thing we're going to experiment with is just reaching our fingers out, letting them go flat and leaning over the right leg. So this is a familiar sensation as pigeon. So pigeon, if you want that, you can just send your left leg out long. Otherwise, keep it nice and bent, top of the right foot on top of the left thigh. Walking your hands to your knee. Take a twist on this side while we're here. Just look over your right shoulder. Once again, gently pushing into your right knee with your left hand. And let's come around. The legs go out long. And then the other way. So left leg comes in front, or the short edge of the mat, depends on your direction right now, and the left foot's on top of the right thigh. Nice and tall. Not leaning straight forward, we're sort of going off the left knee a little bit, so crawl, let your hands release to the floor, and let your head go down. The right leg would go straight this time if you're interested in pigeon. Just lift your hips off the floor. And we'll push ourselves back up. Nice and tall we go, and we turn left. Come on around to the front. Send your legs out long. And earlier at the beginning of the class, we crossed our legs and we had to lean forward. This time you're going to cross your legs again, but do it the way you don't normally. So the way that's a little more uncomfortable, it's probably the way you didn't go when we started. So we're trying to do the other side now. Then you'll crawl your fingers forward, And just relax and bow your head down. Just showing from sideways. Nice breaths out here. Walk our fingers back towards our legs. Send your legs out long. Shoulders back and down. And just have your comfortable cross-legged shape now. Sitting up nice and tall. Soft in the face, the jaw. Just simply send your right ear towards your right shoulder. That is as down, as low as it will possibly go. Breathe here. And then just have a look at your right thigh and get a little more in the back of your left side neck. And we'll lift our face up. Send your left ear to your left shoulder. Just keeping the eyes soft, down, maybe even closed. Have a look at your left thigh. Breath is still moving. Good, let's come on up. Finishing off with a movement we began with. Just put your right hand down on the floor and just see how it feels a little bit different this time. Send your left arm up to the sky. Left hand towards the wall on the right. Maybe you can reach this arm out a little farther now and put your arm, elbow down. Just try not to have your left hips soaring off the mat. Good, and we'll try the other way. Nice and tall, left hand down. Right arm will reach to the sky and then over. Putting your forearm down if it's comfortable to do that. When it's down, you have a chance to really look up to the sky. And then we'll push ourselves back up. Getting ready to bring our hands to our heart center. Again, where we began. Just noticing the change that's washed over you. Just acknowledging your efforts for arriving on your mat, giving yourself a little bit of time today to practice your yoga in a gentle way for your body, for your mind, for your heart, for your spirit. Just feeling your thumbs against your chest, getting that beautiful posture to be nice and tall, softening into the face. Let's lower our chin down towards our prayer hands. Just really feel that nice long breath we started it with. Hopefully it's a little more attainable. So the in breath, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and the out breath, we did 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just try a couple of those while you quietly thank yourself for nourishing yourself today with the practice of yoga. We'll lift our faces. At the end of the class, I'd just like to thank you all whoever participated in my offering. Have a gentle class, 45 minutes. Namaste.